A train derailment forces people from their homes for days, and a major supplier of illegal drugs to the Ohio Valley is now behind bars. 7 News anchor Catherine Guyan has a look back at the week's top stories.
It was a scary scene when a train derailed in East Palestine, causing a massive fire. But that derailment would cause days of worry for officials and residents who were displaced from their nearby homes. Because of the potentially hazardous materials inside and the risk of an explosion that could send shrapnel up to a mile away from that site, officials made the decision to do a controlled release. Fire departments from multiple counties and even the National Guard were called in to assist. After the chemicals had burned away and the air and water were tested, people were allowed to return to their homes.
We came together as a community and put safety first, avoiding what very well could have been a tragedy of epic proportions. I've never been more proud to be a member of East Palestine community and your fire chief.
Now, the fallout from this will likely continue as there have already been lawsuits filed against Norfolk Southern. Governor Mike DeWine said the railroad will have to pay for the cleanup. That train derailment did spill chemicals into the Ohio River, which led to a disruption of operations for local water services. Weirton had to temporarily transfer to an alternate supply source after chemicals were found in its treatment plant. The city of Chester also stopped pumping raw water as an abundance of caution, and residents were asked to conserve their water. But both cities have now returned to normal services. A drug trafficking network that was one of the largest suppliers to West Virginia has been dismantled. Charges have now been filed against 13 people from Ohio, California, and Mexico. Prosecutors say the drugs were shipped from the southern border to Ohio on a tractor trailer. Then they were sold in the Ohio Valley and beyond.
We had at least 3 different people who were flying from California to Pittsburgh on a regular basis to pick up large amounts of cash and then fly that cash back to the West Coast. They wanted to keep the money out of the U.S. banking system. They wanted to avoid the suspicion by law enforcement.
Wheeling police say ending this operation helped with the decline of overdoses in 2022. Another layer of protection for the police and the public may soon be in place in Ohio County. Commission approved an application for a grant that would buy 1 body camera for each one that the Sheriff's Department pays for. They already have cameras in their cruisers, but this will provide additional video for when they step away from the car. Sheriff Tom Howard says it's a smart investment because he sees a body cam requirement come soon at either the state or federal level. And finally, some good news for you. Show of Hands returned once again this week to try and help 4 Wheeling businesses get a boost. This time they featured 4 Black-owned businesses: Just Me and More Salon, Movers for You, Visionary by Vondell Bell, and Little Blessings. Each is trying to expand to serve the community. The winner was Just Me and More Salon, which took home just over $6,000. And remember, for the latest headlines any time of the week, just visit WTRF.com. I'm Catherine Guyan, working for you.